Everyone, and welcome back to another of my pick a card reading. In today's pick a card reading is going to be May prediction for love. But before we get started with this video, I really wanted to give a quick announcement. You are going to find in the link description down below in the info box my webinar for palmistry. If you ever wanted to improve your psychic abilities and start reading hands, which is so fascinating, I highly suggest you to check my webinar, which is going to be on the 22nd of March, and also it's going to be available even afterwards in the list in the info box down below with all my e-courses. So guys, I await you there to learn how to read hands. Have further information about palmistry, you can visit my Etsy shop as well as my other channel, Alchemy, and my Instagram, Neyah Visions. And now I leave you with today's pick a card reading. Bye! Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel in another of my pick a card reading. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to talk about your love prediction for the month of May 2021. What is going to happen specifically in your love life. In order to choose the pile, I'm going to show you the pile, so don't worry about it, and welcome to my office. I hope you're going to like the environment today. So take your time, pause the video if you need, and choose between deck number 1, 2, or 3. Go ahead and choose. Okay, hello pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. Let's see together this pick a card reading in regards to your love reading for May 2021. You chose the first pile, which is the aquamarine raw stone, this beautiful blue stone. I love this energy for you guys. For me, aquamarine is such a relaxing stone, and it does symbolize usually being on the right path and being calm about it, or getting transformed in a way that it's healing and it's not too traumatic. So in my opinion, pile number 1, you probably have been enduring a lot of healing, and you have took your time in order to heal from a past relationship. And I feel that pile number 1, now you are ready with your vibration to manifest a new partner into your life. I feel for the majority of you guys that chose this pile specifically, you could be single. Now, of course, if you're a couple, we will have to see through the cards, but according to my psychic abilities and intuition, I really think that you have been letting go quite a long time ago of a person. You have been healing, and right now your art is opening back in order to meet a new individual. Also, I feel pile number 1 that you have been interested heavily in your purpose, and this also is what is going to propel this new person to enter your life. Maybe you guys are soulmate, or you guys are connected in terms of purpose that you share together. But now let's look at the cards together. So let's see what you got. So I'm going to start with the tarot. Okay, interesting. We do have the Page of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Then we also have Pisces, the High Priestess, so you could be a Pisces. And we also have the Two of Coins, the Juggler, the Joker, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So I feel that you guys have been juggling towards emotion, but and I think that the Two of Coins for some people usually is about indecision and having to balance yourself between too many jobs or too many activities. And obviously this could be for you, pile number one, that in the month of May, you're going to be so dedicated to your purpose and you will be requested a lot. You will have to show up and do so many things. But primarily what I'm picking up from the Two of Coins is the fact that you guys have been healing. You have been balancing your emotion for a while, and so you have been internalized a lot. Instead of wanting to seek love all in the wrong places, you have took pile number one, the smartest choice of wanting to heal and change before you're actually attracting a new individual. I see some of you, perhaps you have been doing like a love list, you have been manifesting through scripting, but my Italian slipped through, but you didn't really necessarily go out there and chase anybody. For some others of you with the Page of Swords, it could be that you didn't really chase anyone, but you do have an eye on a person that it's your crush, and you're wondering whether or not you're ever gonna have a chance with this person. In case this doesn't resonate with you, the Page of Swords does indicate either children in your life that are present. So if you are a mother, you have been occupied with your children more than chasing anyone. And if it's not of the two, with the Page of Swords, actually it could be the someone has a crush on you, but this person is very reserved and didn't even approach you yet they did notice you, but you were too busy working on yourself, so you didn't really notice who this person is. And with the High Priestess, I feel that potentially also there could be a soul connection happening in the month of May that is being maybe not predetermined, but like predicted by you or by your spirit guides and angel through your dreams, because the High Priestess talks about virginity, talks about loneliness, talks about intuition and being in alignment with your soul. But also she's Pisces, so ruled by Neptune, talks about manifestation of your intuition, of your spirituality, and talks about dreams. So there could be that something is happening in the dream state, and you had, because I mean this Page of Swords is surrounded by birds, and for me birds are always the symbol of communication and messengers, not even mentioning that the swords are governed by the air, which is the symbol of communication. So it could be that for some of you, the communication that you had with a significant other or a soulmate, it's happening on a soul level, it's happening on the dream state. And potentially with the full moon in Scorpio, if you have been watching this video by the time that I'm posting it, otherwise this pick a card is timeless, something got activated within you in the full moon in Scorpio that we just recently had. More generally speaking, with the High Priestess and the Page of Swords, I think that you have been heavily focused, like I said before, on your healing, and you have become wiser from the contrast and from the bad experiences of the past. I think pile number one, that it took you a long time in order to heal, and so even right now you're still in the process of healing. It's just that you're doing a lot better, and you know a lot better, especially in the month of May, what you want, and you're not again chasing anybody, but with the High Priestess you're waiting for the right person to enter. One thing is sure is that you want someone that doesn't make you feel the ups and down of emotion. You want someone stable emotionally and someone especially mature. So let me see the other cards. Oh, very interesting. From my Cosmic Love Oracle deck, the deck that I've created, we do have the soulmate card. So there is no shadow of a doubt, pile number one, that in the month of May you are about to meet your soulmate. And also Archangel Michael is confirming this for you, pile number one, because we do have the Angel of Love, the Angel of Romance are helping you out in May. So the Angels of Romance in the Archangel Michael Oracle deck are representative of Cupid, they're representative of soulmates, they are representative of fated meetings, or if you are in an established bond, or in case you have a crush, you will have the chance to actually date your crush in the month of May, or you will have the chance to recoup a relationship that is dear to your heart if you feel that you are already in a soulmate relationship. So obviously pile number 1 fit the message where it needs to fit, but there is no shadow of a doubt that in the month of May, due to the healing that you have been doing, there is a soul connection happening for you regardless of your zodiac sign. And this soul connection, this soulmate connection, is introduced by you is introduced for you by your angels and spirit guides. So there is a certain level of divine intervention. So I need more cards to tell you how exactly it's going to happen, but it could be that by the time that you go out for your usually shopping, or for meeting your friends, or for doing the random things that you usually do on your day-to-day life, you get introduced by this new person, or you meet this new person out of the blue. There is like this level of unpredictability and divine intervention, in my opinion, pile number 1, happening for you in the month of May. Now, I'm also seen, oh yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I never seen the cards before, but I'm like, of course, we do have the North Node in the sign of Pisces. Now, it could be that you do in fact have the North Node in the sign of Pisces, and if that is so, that indicates that this is exactly the pile for you, and this reading is going to be accurate and it's going to come true into your life, because there is a level with the North Node of destiny entering in the sign of Pisces, in your North Node in Pisces, in the month of May. And so it is fated that you are going to meet this individual. For some others of you who instead do not have the North Node in Pisces, pile number 1, it could be that this person has a heavy placement in Pisces, or it has the North Node in Pisces. But for so many of you, what actually these 2 cards means is that if you ever will have the chance to know their hour of birth, date of birth, and place of birth, and you will cross your chart, if you have a tiny bit of knowledge of astrology, or instead you'll go to a professional astrologer, you'll probably have the North Node conjuncting with each other, or having the South Node conjuncting to each other. There is a certain level of fate happening in the month of May in matters of love for you, pile number 1. Now, with Pisces, definitely could be that this person has a sun, moon, or rising in Pisces, or it could be generally that this is a spiritual connection. But I mean, it kind of been spoiled with the soulmate card, but I guess this is another confirmation, since I never seen the cards before I do the reading. So there is definitely a spiritual connection happening in the month of May. And I feel that also with the Pisces card being very strongly also being the card of the High Priestess, this is not a warning, like a suggestion for you, pile number 1, in the month of May, to trust your intuition, to trust what you are receiving in the dream state. And why am I mentioning the dream state? Because the dream state is the easiest state in order for us to receive message, even if we are not psychic, from your angels, spirit guides, and ancestors. And I thought heavily about dreams in my video called Dreams, if you guys want to check it out, and it is on this platform, on this channel. So oh my god, so really be attentive to your psychic intuition. And I feel that for some of you, you don't necessarily feel confident about yourself, or you don't feel confident about meeting anyone new in the month of May. And if you are a Pisces, I want to remind you guys that apart from the fact that I did my zodiac prediction on my Patreon, link is down below, but it's not what I want to remind you of. I want to remind you of the fact that for Pisces, since 2019, in my opinion, or for people that are heavily ruled by Neptune, the situation of the star and of their life has been quite unlucky, because Jupiter wasn't there supporting you as he usually does. But at the end of May, by the middle of May, Jupiter is going to finally transition, at least in Western astrology, in the sign of Pisces. So if you do have heavy Pisces placement, or this person has, definitely you guys are meeting your soulmate. Like, I predicted this on my Patreon, so spoiler about that, but I did see that many people with Pisces are gonna get really good blessings with Jupiter in their sign, and Jupiter being also the husband in the sky, in the zodiac, it is very, very likely that this is auspicious sign for fated meanings in the month of May. So definitely I'm seeing that. But on top of that, you also have the North Node. I mean, the North Node is the point of destiny. And also this card tells you it's Rahu in Vedic astrology. This card tells you to remain faithful to your work, what you have been done, and most likely your intuition. To not get too worried or override the voice of your intuition, pile number one, with your ego. Because it's gonna happen, pile number one, that you're gonna meet this person. Like, heavily see this. Now, of course, for some of you who are already coupled, it is about realizing that the person that you are with is your soulmate. So this Pika card is coming more as a confirmation of what you already know about your crush or about your significant other. Now, I'm also seeing though that for the majority of you, you guys are single and you guys do not know this person. Now, if it is maybe like someone that you have dreamed about, someone that you don't know but you kind of know, that could be that person. But for some others of you, you really don't know this person and you will get to know each other in the month of May. And in fact, we do have literally the card of getting to know each other. I feel that this relationship is going to start due to common values. Like I saw the other day, Jay Shetty, which is a famous, used to be a monk, is a famous YouTuber, famous spiritual person, and so on and so forth. And I remember that he said that there are 5 or 4 like level of attraction, and the majority of people usually are either attracted to physicality, they're attracted by power, they're attracted by the mind, and then there are the other 2 attraction which are related to spiritual attraction or to value and family. And usually people, yes, they enter relationship due to the first 3 ones, but they remain there. And in order to build a sustainable and long-term relationship, you do have to have a spiritual connection and you have to share the same values with. And I was so interested in what he was saying, because this is what I've been saying for years to you guys on this channel. If you guys do not match values with each other, with your partner, it's not going to last for the long time, because you can even be opposite. Like you could have different tastes, different preference. You could have, I don't know, like chocolate ice cream and the other person detests sugar altogether. But if you guys have a spiritual connection and you guys have common values together and you see life and especially the future and you want to build things together because you share yet again the same values, this relationship just has the good basis for lasting a very long time. And I think that this is what is entering in the month of May for you, pile number one. And the fact of getting to know each other, in my opinion, is that you guys are not going to start immediately like a crush day or, being super openly physically with each other. Like I feel that you're gonna like each other, but it's gonna start more with a friendship. It's gonna start more with communication and understanding each other and really recognizing each other more than the looks on a spiritual level. This is what is happening for you in the month of May. Now, I feel though that this person either is very successful. I have to check. We are gonna bring the tarot in a second. Or Pisces are usually very good looking. Let me tell you this, regardless if they're man or female. When Venus is in Pisces is exalted, just think about that. So usually they are very mysterious, they're good looking, they have intense eyes, they're just really good. And either this person is very successful or is very good looking, he or she, but I think that this person almost feels like too good to be true in the month of May, and it's so like destined that guys is going to bring you together, that watch out for envy, because we do have the card of envy for you in the month of May. So watch out for people that are going to be envious of you. I think that this other person, or maybe even yourself, it's going to place a little bit of secrecy into this relationship, or this is the suggestion from Spirit, is to not share immediately, even with your best friends. Like, trust me on this one, don't share immediately your date with other people. Don't share immediate photos on social media of this person, or this person is going to ask you not to share it. And this is going to cause maybe some insecurity initially, but you have to understand that they're trying to do this in order to protect you. Eventually you will come out as a solid couple, but I think especially in May, since you guys are getting to know each other, you want to keep this relationship privately and for yourself, because you never know. The envy, I'm sorry to say, but some people do function on a lower state of consciousness. It's just what it is, and some people might put some negative energy into you. Now, of course, you don't focus on it, nothing happens, but you really want to be mindful about how you tell, maybe even your dreams, or who you tell and how you tell your personal things. I think that in the month of May, there is an emphasis on keep it to yourself, because, you know, I'm going to be honest, like, some people do suffer because they don't have a relationship. They suffer deeply. And I think that pile number one, we need to understand their suffering. And because some people are not spiritually aware, that's just what it is. It's not their fault. It's just how they function. They tend to get very frustrated. They tend to get very sad, depressed, angry, envy even, when they're seeing couple thriving, or when they're seeing an amazing new girl or an amazing new guy entering your life, and finally you get what you want, but they are not getting what they want. So even if they love you, I think that you should keep the secret at least for a while, especially in the initial of your dating, because it is the best thing to do according to spirit. Then you'll have all the time in the world later on, when your relationship will be established, to share your love with the world. So there is a certain level of envy that you want to be really careful about, okay? Now, I feel that this person also, or either you, has the spirit animal of the jaguar. And the jaguar, or even this person has magnetic green eyes, because as you can see from this card, we do have this beautiful jaguar, and his eyes are like green, deep green. And this is the card of release. So I feel that for some of you, because you will have clarity about who are really your friends or some people around you, by the time that you will meet this individual in the month of May, you will release those envious people. You will really see and understand who truly are your friends. And it's one of those things. Sometimes we just have to recognize when people want to be there for you only because you're sad, and once you're happy and you're getting what you want, they disappear. Now, let me see what else, just to clear a little bit of a clarifier for you in the month of May. But damn, for love, looks awesome for you, pile number one. Like, you're meeting your soulmate. And comment down below and claim this to yourself. In the month of May, I am meeting my soulmate. So it will come true, because remember that according to the law of attraction, which I love and adore, the passage for attracting something is to first ask and claim it with the universe, second is to believe, and third is to release it and allow. So claim it with the universe. In the month of May, I am meeting my soulmate. Then Pisces, again, we do have the King of Cups. This person is 100% a soulmate. And do you know why it's happening in the month of May? Because Jupiter is going in the sign of Pisces, but also because you guys have been dedicated to your healing. And because of the healing that you guys, pile number one, have done, this is like all the blessings are generated. It's almost like release of the karmic lesson, and finally get the rewards out of that. And we do also have the 10 of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, and this is the tree of life according to the Kabbalah. And I explain everything about tarot in my e-course, You Are the Oracle, by the way, link is down below. But nevertheless, the 10 of Pentacles talks about long-term relationships. So I think that in May, you're gonna start a new connection with a soulmate that, if it's well cultivated with the advice that I gave you before, it's gonna end up being a long-term commitment. Not even mentioning that this person could be a doctor, or they could be really spiritually inclined, or they could be in a field of service or helping other people, since for me the King of Cups is a healer, and with the 10 of Pentacles they are very successful at what they're doing, reason why they could cause a bit of envy on other people. But it's really, really good. And the angels are helping you out meeting each other. So I love this. If they're not doctors or in the healing or spiritual fields, it means that this is a healing soulmate relationship. So this will help you even more believing in love, following love from the month of May on, and making you heal even further and completely, more likely, most importantly. The 5, but you need to watch out with other people, how you tell your secrets to. Don't share. Like, I know I sound so horrible, pile number 1, because I'm saying this, but seriously, like, I think even Infinite Waters kept saying this, like, don't share your manifestation with other people. Don't share it. Share it only once they get manifested, because it is just one of these things. Sometimes people don't wish you well, and it's not because they're bad. It is just the human stuff, okay? They're thinking about themselves as well, and so we have been programmed to be envious of other people and to be in competition and comparing ourselves to other people so much. It's only people that are spiritually aware, they understand the program, reprogram themselves, and every time that they see a couple, they're like, they're so beautiful. I'm so happy for them, because they realize that the more they affirm what they want, the more it comes into their reality. But we also have to understand that not every person believes or understands the law of attraction and the laws of this universe at large. So you do, and you're watching the speaker card, 5 of Wands, shut your mouth. If you're dreaming about someone, or if you have a crush, shut your mouth and just allow the universe, sorry for telling you shut your mouth, just like, don't say anything, keep it to yourself and allow the universe to give you this divine intervention. And once your relationship will be solid with this individual, then you can share it. And this is what I am seeing for you, pile number 1, for your May love prediction 2021. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Comment down below, subscribe with that ring bell on so you never lose a notification about my new pick card. And I see you later, guys, in another of my videos. Okay, pile number 2, welcome to your reading about your love prediction for May 2021. You chose the clear quartz. So immediately what I can tell you is that there is a lot of space for you in the month of May. I don't feel, maybe you're separate from the person that you love, or maybe you are creating some distance from an individual, because I think that you want to focus on yourself, you want to focus on your clarity, and I think that a lot of clarity will actually get activated for you in the month of May in matters of love, pile number 2. But let's see the cards together, shall we? Let's start with the tarot. We do have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I love this deck so much. Then we have the the Knight of Swords. Very, very interesting. And then we also have the Ace of Coins with the deer as a spirit animal. I hope you guys can see it. Okay. So these 2 cards tells me that you have been taking the lead of your life. Maybe some of you actually did left someone, or you are going to have the last conversation in the month of May with an individual with this Knight of Swords, or either you're going to give them the last chance in order to renovate an existing relationship. But for many of you instead who might be single watching this pick a card, I feel that you feel more stronger. You feel stronger than ever. You feel more energized because in the past you took the time to spend time with yourself and realize what you really want out of life, and you spend time especially to cultivate your passions and hobbies. With the Knight of Swords, I think that there are going to be a lot of good news, especially in regards to career. Now I know that this is a love pick a card reading, but with the Ace of Pentacles is the minor arcana for the Sun card. So there is definitely something good happening for you in the month of May. But the Pentacles do rule more mundane and financial related situation. So it could be that you are going to have like a thriving new beginning in matters of career. And this is what the Knight of Swords symbolize as a good news coming in terms of a new contract, a new business, a new job, or like a really good news in matters of your finances. And maybe because your finances are looking really good, you're gonna have more money to spend on yourself and feeling more energized, and just in general, have more fun in the month of May. And why I'm saying this is also because I'm seeing the card for my Cosmic Oracle deck, which is the deck that I created, of have fun. So I think that in the month of May, more than having a romantic bond with an individual or an existing partner, you are bringing more fun into your life. If you are in an existing relationship, it could be that you don't want to be that serious and heavy anymore because you have realized that that doesn't really help moving forward this relationship, and so you're trying to share more playfulness experience with your partner in order to gain a new beginning in this existing relationship. For those of you who are single, you realize that because you are thriving or getting maybe more money into your life and good news in general in matters of career, you also have more money to spend out for yourself, and also to, I don't know, have a drink with a friend of two and just feel back alive. What is happening on a general level for you in the month of May, pile number 2, it is that you feel more like yourself, you feel more inclined to cultivate your passion, you feel more inclined to do things that make you happy and joyful on a day-to-day basis, and this is more than enough for yourself in the month of May. And also I'm feeling that you're not necessarily finding happiness in another person, but you're truly making yourself happy. It's almost like for you, pile number 2, after so many disappointments, you are becoming the best partner for yourself. And obviously this is so mature and so positive, even to attract a new lover, because once you are in love with yourself in a positive and healthy way, once you enjoy your own company and you are cultivating your passions and purposes, you can also share them with another individual. Because think about this, if you're not really enjoy your company, oh, my cat is here, how can another person enjoy your company as well? So I feel that you know this, and because you know this, you're bringing more joy and fun into your day-to-day task and life, and this is helping you out manifesting new beginnings in the totality of your life in the month of May. In fact, Archangel Michael is pointing this thing out, and it is about self-respect. Also, this angel looked like a monk with the Om letter on top of him. The Om is the sound of the cosmos, and is the sound that permeates the cosmos and the beginning of creation. So for some of you, you are also practicing the Om and meditation, and if you want to learn about practicing the Om, you can check my e-course, Co-Creating Your Reality, because we chant it together, and it's truly good for healing and manifesting. But if you are already accustomed to the Om, I think that you're chanting it every day as a meditation, and this is helping you out getting deeper inside your own healing and understanding that what was lacking before in your past relationship was self-love and was the respect for yourself. I think pile number 2, that you have been into a relationship that has stepped your boundaries over and over and over again. Maybe you have been with people that were taking you for granted and they weren't truly respecting you, or they were talking at you and never with you. And because you're finally right now, you're liberated and free, or maybe in an existing relationship, you finally understood what it is that you want and how to communicate with your partner, you are asserting yourself and you are respecting yourself to a whole different level. And so I feel for you, pile number 2, that there is a lot of emphasis on what is good for me rather than to chase another person or to hope for someone to come, and instead not really focusing on yourself. So I feel that the month of May can give you a lot of good personal news and a lot of leadership abilities for making yourself feeling happy. And definitely maybe there are going to be for you with the have fun card a bit of dates here and there, maybe nothing serious, but definitely people that are going to make you having fun and they're going to make you smile, and you are okay with that. Now I'm also seeing with my astrology card the 3rd house and Capricorn. So I think that maybe you are reboosting your look or your makeup if you are a girl, but you could be even a guy and like makeup, because the 3rd house for me, it's connected to the face and to the mind. I could be wrong, and to the throat chakra, but that's how I always associate it. But I think it's also your capacity to make the right association. So I think that in the month of May, by going out and having fun either with yourself or with friends, you're going to be able to make the right acquaintances. And more than love, I think that this new acquaintances or people, due to your renewed sense of respect, are not going to stamp on your boundaries or on yourself, but they are going to give you blessings in matters of career. Because I feel for you, even though this is a love reading, there is a level of public relationship that is happening in the month of May. And I think that also in the month of May, due to your past experiences, what you're learning is to not just assert yourself, but to think for yourself. I think that you were one of these people that, let's say that everybody wanted to order something out, or you were in a restaurant, you're always the indecisive type, or you're always the one that makes the other partner decide for you. You never choose the movie, you never choose the restaurant. And I think that era of you being kind of a doormat for another person because you're simply a kind human being, it's over. Which doesn't mean that you're not kind anymore, but you have learned how to assert yourself and say, hey, today I want to watch this movie. Today I want to do this. Today, no, I cannot be with you because I have to do this thing. And it's not to be selfish, but it's really to practice respect for yourself and not making other people overstepping your boundaries. So you have gone a really long way in order to understand this. Now, I'm also seeing the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn usually is a very independent sign. You could be a Capricorn, or the person you're with is a Capricorn or has heavy placement in Capricorn. If you're single, it could be that in the month of May, you could encounter a Capricorn, but more what I am seeing, it's not necessarily an encounter, but it's you focusing on your ambition and your drive, your career, and what you want to accomplish in the world with the sign of Capricorn. And you are going to focus heavily on that, on what you want, rather than all the time what other people expect or want from you. And yet again, I know that this is a love reading, but it is love related if you think about it, because I feel for you, pile number 2, you have been growing and learning assertiveness, your own leadership, and your place in the world due to your past disappointment in relationships. So I am pursuing my goal. I'm having self-respect. Is your mantra. You can claim it in the comment section down below, because I think that this is what is happening in the month of May in matters of relationship and love for you, pile number 2. I'm also seeing, this guy. I am also seeing the card of the hare, which symbolizes the rabbit as spirit animal, but also the cycles of life. So definitely in the month of May, you're entering a whole completely new cycle. For some of you, yet again, I feel that you are single, or maybe if you are in a relationship, you're entering a new cycle of this relationship where there is more independence and less codependency. And boundaries are truly the cure for codependency anyway, and I've made a specific video about boundaries on my new channel, Alchemy. The link is down below. But nevertheless, you're entering a new cycle for yourself where you want to build a new relationship, in case you're single, on a completely different foundations. You want to make sure, if you're dating someone in the month of May, that this person has common values with you, this person makes you laugh, this person yet again doesn't talk at you but talks with you, and you're really observing not to attract another narcissist on the way, because you really had too many already. But I think that honestly, you're pretty much on the right path and you are blessed in the month of May, because I feel that initially the month of May is going to be about your ambition, your career, good and positive news in those areas. And by the end of May, when Jupiter is going to enter the sign of Pisces, that's where you're going to have the possibility to date an actually interesting person. Now, for those of you who are coupled, this new beginning in this relationship is going to give you really blessed protection from spirit, because it's worth investing in an already existing relationship, and it's worth investing if you guys are in love with each other. And I think that if you are going to make the effort to assert your own independence within an existing relationship, with the card of doors to spirit, you guys will find a way to feel free within this bond. Now, for those of you who are single, by the the end of May, there is a faded connection happening. But there is a trick also in the month of May. And I'm not saying this to scare you, but simply because I'm seeing. Because we do have the card of deception, and which is the devil card, and the card of engagement, okay? So your life is ascending to a higher state of commitment. So with that, also the card of have fun, what I feel is that during May, you're gonna go out and you're gonna meet new people, you know, but at very casual meetings, or probably you're gonna date, or you're just gonna get to know a few individuals here and there. One of this individual could be actually the person that you're gonna end up engaged with. So if that is the case, in the month of May, you really need to be careful about people that have a mask on their face. So also, due to the fact of all the healings that you have been doing, pile number 2, and the fact that you have been already with people that have drained your energy and they didn't really have the best interest in you, now the universe, it's not necessarily going to test you, but it's going to present you few individuals with few characteristics, and that is your soul testing yourself in order to understand discernment. I feel that in the month of May, if you really have learned a lesson, you're going to be able to discern the next narcissist from the next nice guy, and you'll definitely, some of you will have this possibility. Eventually, for some of you who have been manifesting a soulmate for a very long time, it could definitely be that by the end, not the beginning, but by the end of May, there could be an interesting person entering your life after a few frogs. For those of you who have a crush, or maybe you are boyfriend and girlfriend, I think that your partner will propose to you by the end of May, or will start thinking about marriage, because like I said, I feel that for those of you who are already coupled, you are entering a new phase of your relationship, and it is after a few healings that have been done, maybe an initial separation and a reconnection due to spirit. Like spirit is making you reconnected together, but you are coming back at this relationship not as you were before, but with a lot more self-respect and a loving assertiveness, okay? Let me get some other cards so I get some clarifiers for this reading, love reading in the month of May, for my pile number 2. Love reading in the month of May for my pile number 2, May 2021. May 2021. I apologize. Takes a while. Okay, we do have the High Priestess, Pisces. So I think honestly Jupiter is going to play a very important role in your life, pile number 2, into bringing you this new beginning and new cycle in matters of love in the month of May. With the High Priestess, I also feel that due to all the healing and learning that you have been doing, you need to trust your intuition, you need to trust your alignment with spirit, and you need to discern when some deceit happens. Deceit, or people that are deceitful, that are wearing a mask, can always happen in this world, especially due to the rise of social media. Everybody wants to be a character and they really struggle to be authentic, but you know better, pile number 2. And because you know better and you already been there, have the courage to say no when no is due, but it's never a universal no, because it is in fact a yes to yourself. And this is how you place also healthy boundaries. So absolutely 100% in the month of May with that High Priestess, you really want to focus on you. You really want to focus on your intuition and what your guts are telling you to do. Don't ignore it, okay? But if you are going to do this, there is someone new, or there is a certain level of celebration happening for you in the month of May. Now, obviously, you guys are so many, so celebration could be you participating in a marriage, you participating in good things into your life that make you happy, not just in matters of love. But if we have to be really specific in matters of love, I think that you're getting to know at the end of May someone really different, maybe different from your usual type type of expectation, or maybe foreigner with the Page of Wands, someone very exciting, passionate, a different individual, or yet again, someone that comes from a different culture than you, and this is going to make your heart full of joy. But also with the Four of Wands, I feel that you're not going to be codependent with each other. If it is in an existing relationship, this new cycle is making you feel free from codependency. And why I'm saying this, it's because these two, like, there are like two wands over here and two wands over here, and this reminds me of the fact that these two people are joining together in a celebration and in a marriage, but they are both like their own pillars. They don't necessarily crash to each other, but because they are uniting these two wands and then four wands that they have together, they can build a house and a celebration and a patio for themselves. But it's not that they are like crashing together. So it is that symbol of you being whole and complete, and the other person bringing their entirely whole and complete, bringing their thing to the table, and then they don't necessarily give you love and you take love, or the opposite, but you guys share a bond of love together. You share a third entity that is the relationship. Okay, so let me get a last card for you in the month of May. There is a lot of maturity definitely in the month of May entering your life due to the work that you have been personally doing on yourself, and definitely a new cycle. Five of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, because now you know how to invest your energy wisely. Now you have learned in the month of May, or up until the month of May, you have learned that you cannot give everything 100% always to yourself, to people, just simply because you feel an emotion for them. You understand that a relationship is built with another person, and you're not just the only one building it. And because you have understood this, and you have understood self-respect, you are ready to build anything with a person with healthy boundaries. For some of you who might not encounter anyone, it's definitely a blessed month for your own personal goals and ambitions. So good luck in the month of May, and let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts, and subscribe and ring bell on for my next pick of cards as well, so you always get notified. And I'm going to move ahead for those of you guys who choose pile number 3. Hi, pile number 3, and welcome to your pick a card reading about your love prediction for the month of May 2021. So you chose the Amethyst Raw Stone. So there is a lot of new energy that, in my opinion, is going to enter your life in the month of May, and I'm also feeling that you are going to be really cozy and thinking about yourself, which is something that generally I have been channeling also on my Patreon for a lot of people. But with the Amethyst Stone, there is also an emphasis on spirituality and your own good, like making decisions in matters of love that you know are feeling good for you. But let's discover more with the tarot and the oracle cards. So let's see. And in fact, I am seeing the Four of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So feeling cozy, resting, rejuvenating when it's necessary, maybe even not working too hard, or stop being a workaholic, and just generally prioritizing on your health, which is super important, especially at this time, and prioritizing on boosting your immune system through maybe enchanting mantras, or doing some yoga, meditation, or whatever it might be for you. Might be not about health, but it is maybe about just resting and not even wanting to manifest, and if you are single especially, a new person into your life. But you're really more in the month of May with this attitude towards the universe, where you're like, listen, I leave it up to the universe. If it has to come, it will come. Otherwise, I'm okay like this. Let me rest. Let me just, I don't need to figure out the how or the when, but the universe will. And this great faith and trust in the universe, I think, is going to work magically for you in the month of May with this Four of Swords. Or definitely, if you don't feel in this way, this is the suggestion from Spirit in the month of May. Now, I'm also seeing the card of the Hangman. So like I said before, the card of the Hangman, it is about letting go and allowing the universe to do its own job, and to really feel that that, yeah, maybe you're not in control of your love life, but you do trust in the infinite awareness and in the infinite powers of the universe. Now, with the Four of Swords, also for those of you who are coupled or interested or had a relationship with someone, and the Endman, it could be that in the month of May, you decide to take a break from this person because you need to prioritize on yourself. And I feel that this is going to be the good decision for you, because if you guys are really meant to stay together, if you separate, it's not going to be definitive, but it's going to be just something that eventually reunites you stronger than before. But if you take a break and then it's a definite break, then it means that this person was in need to be released from your space and your energy nevertheless. And I think that yet again, you're doing this because you want to serve yourself more than another person at this time or in the month of May. Regardless of your situation, whether you're single or not, in general, the month of May looks really good, especially by the middle of May and the end of May, when Jupiter is going to enter the sign of Pisces. You guys are going to be already rested and rejuvenated, and that's how you are going to be able to manifest this Chariot card, which is your prediction, and it is about moving forward. Now, if it is in an existing bond, this separation served you guys to reconcile and move forward better and stronger than before. Or if you guys are single, I think that maybe during a travel, a relocation of some sort, or maybe due to the fact that you feel stronger than ever, you will be able to meet someone that is able to ride fast as you do, like is wild as you, and has some compatibility at the core with who you are as a person in this incarnation. On a more general sense, with the Chariot card, it is about moving and triumphantly moving forward. So I love this energy for you. In matters of like specific love and specifically about people that are already in an established bond, I think that either you are going to get engaged with the Commitment card from my Cosmic Love Oracle deck, which is a deck that I created, or that you are entering a new commitment into your life. For those of you who are single, I think that initially in May, yet again, you're resting, you're rejuvenating, you're letting go and allowing God to deliver what needs to be delivered and what is right for you, rather than controlling any certain outcome by attaching yourself to the outcome. And because of that, by the end of May, you are manifesting your soul tribe into your existence. Now, your soul tribe is not just a love-related soulmate, but I think that slowly you are going to attract new acquaintances, new people, new communities, and through these new people, friends, and communities, you're eventually going to get introduced by the person that is going to be your new commitment. But there is definitely, for those of you who are single, a new commitment and a new person entering in the month of May. If nobody will enter evidently at the end of May, I think that it's a new beginning that it's entering your life, and slowly you'll get manifested also the person. So obviously fit the message where it needs to fit. Energetically speaking, for you, pile number 3, in the month of May, there is a movement forward. Call it commitment for yourself, call it meeting your new soul family. It is about meeting new people, being in new places, and get moving and get going, which is so positive, because yes, sometimes you can meet people through social media and online, but I think pile number 3, for you, that is not the case. I actually feel that you are going to go out when allowed and permitted, and through that you are going to be able to talk and communicate like you've never done for a long time, and this is what is going to propel this movement forward. For the people who are being able to travel at this time, I definitely feel that you have picked the place where you want to live, and you're moving forward with that through airplane or through car, and you're getting a relocation will eventually end up with you meeting a new community, a new place, and especially new friends that later on will introduce you with this new romantic commitment by the end of May, when Jupiter is going to enter the sign of Pisces. And why I'm saying this, it is because from Archangel Michael, I do have the card of new beginnings for you. So there is no shadow of a doubt that regardless of who you are, regardless if you're coupled or not, there is a new beginning, and this is a new beginning for you. Not even mentioning when Jupiter is going to enter the sign of Pisces, so by the middle of May, everybody is going to have a new beginning, because Jupiter is such an important sign and it's the guru in the sky. So we are going to see a lot of people getting together for solutions and entering a new phase of existence altogether that was introduced when Jupiter entered in Western astrology the sign of Aquarius. But regardless of the astrology and talking for you more personally, there is no shadow of a doubt that because you have rested, you rejuvenated with the Hangman, you allowed the universe to truly do his work without you having to control all the time the situation, but you have stayed in your faith and you just manifested by holding the vibration of happiness and joy, but not necessarily asking for a specific outcome. Because of that, by the middle to the end of May, you're really moving forward, and this is a really blessed new beginning, because every time that we move forward, we are not remaining stagnant and we are entering a new phase of our life. And this is what I'm predicting for you, pile number 3, is you, romantically speaking, since this is a love reading, entering a new phase. Now, this new phase could also mean that you're releasing karmic patterns, you are releasing your old self as well. So certain ways where you were behaving or acting towards a relationship have changed and transformed. And so you're also putting yourself, into the world in a different way. And this is what is eventually attracting those people that truly resonate with your soul. Now, I'm also seeing the card of Saturn and Gemini. Of course, you could have Saturn in the placement in the sign of Gemini, but if that is not the case, I think that generally speaking, pile number 3, you have been in a Saturn return moment or in a heavy, challenging position for a long time in matters of love. I think that some of you might have remained alone for quite a while or in challenging relationship, and generally you arrive at the month of May where you feel so tired and you are basically telling yourself, what is it that everything that I do, I always have to work double? And it is in matters of love, like you don't understand why you always have to work double in order to find that perfect partner for you. But I feel that if you are going to feel in this way and listen to this prediction, and this is resonating, of course, take your time again to rest. The Saturn wants to teach you when is the time to allow and not to do anything, and when is the time to move. Saturn eventually is going to be in your favor by the end of May, because you have learned your lesson, and your lesson has to do also, pile number 3, in the way you approach people. I think that in your life in general, pile number 3, you have to learn how to give. Like sometimes you are too kind-hearted and you give too much, and some other times you can be really, really harsh and people misunderstand you. And so throughout this Saturn return, or throughout the Saturnian lessons that you have faced on a romantic level, you had to learn through contrast how to communicate with other people so they don't misunderstand you, yet they don't stamp on your boundaries as well. And it is in fact through communications that you will thrive in your romantic life by the middle of May, because I feel that the way you have been putting yourself into the world, the way you have been communicating has changed drastically, and because of that, you're finally able to attract the right people for you. And this is definitely a blessed time after so many heavy challenges that you have experienced, pile number 3. Now, I'm also seeing the card of Wolverine, which is fierceness, and I love this card for you because I feel that deep down inside you are a spiritual warrior, and I feel that sometimes you might have the tendency, maybe you are a South Node in Cancer or have heavy placement in Cancer, but I think it's more the South Node that has this tendency in Cancer, of course. You had a tendency of wanting to be nurtured by other people, like other people needed to provide for you, and Saturn in this lifetime has taught you that you are the Wolverine, you are the spiritual warrior. You have to be independent. You have to be the one that takes the trash and goes out and dumps it. Or like, I know it sounds very little, but I mean, you're the ones that, you know, earns her or his own money, and you don't need anyone else. You have been learning independence and freedom and how to fight for yourself and not having someone to always protect you. So I feel that because you finally have ended this karmic lesson, you have transformed transformed, and now you're not even afraid to remain alone anymore, even though you do have the desire to be with that special soulmate or to even find your soul tribe and communities that you resonate with. I feel that your vibration is not as desperate as 5 years ago or even 2 years ago or a year ago, where you really needed that connection. I think that you became strong and independent enough to say, well, if I have it, that will be great, and I leave it to the universe. But if I don't, I'm really happy where I am, and I'm really happy about who I have become. And it is this level of independence and assertiveness and the spiritual warrior from the inside, due to all the heavy challenges that you had to experience also in matters of love, that in the month of May is assuring you, after a period of rest, your new beginning, and maybe relocation into a geographical place that is even better for you energetically, and then eventually allows you to meet these new people, or maybe a new way of doing things that allows you to meet these new people, and then eventually your love interest in the later months or by the end of May. And why I'm saying this as well is because I am seeing the woman holding a coin, which does symbolize women, or just in general you as a feminine person, feminine energy. So you could be a man as well with feminine placements or energy. You assuring that you have your life figured out, you have your career, you have your own independence, and you're so happy with yourself. Maybe you have a cat, or you are thinking about adopting a pet. You are really feeling your life with your own existence. And with that Saturn card, for me, pile number 3 has to do with the lesson that you had to learn. You had to learn that you don't have to have a man or a woman providing for you, but you can be the provider. North Node in Capricorn, therefore. Eventually, the lesson is completed in the month of May. By the middle of May to the end of May, you could also be a Scorpio, by the way, or a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, or a Gemini. I didn't tell you before, but I'm telling you now. But the lesson, Spirit is saying, is completed and is being released. So by the middle to the end of May, you will encounter special people, more than one person. And through friends and acquaintances, then you'll meet that soulmate that you're looking for. I am sorry, but I am not picking up from this pile that you are already in a relationship. So if you have been wondering about an existing relationship, I highly suggest you to focus on pile number 1 or 2 rather than this one, because I have to go with what I'm feeling. But I am sensing that you will meet true love by the end of May, as soon as Jupiter will be in Pisces, because I am seeing the card of wedding and the card of true love. So you are manifesting the romance of a lifetime because of the Saturnian lesson that you had to go through, which I'm going to tell you again, there were heavy challenges that lead you to become extremely independent. And now that you have almost forgotten that you have manifested all the way along, that person will come, because you're not thinking about it. You have released any expectation or attachment about it. It is gonna come. And this is the person, whether first marriage, second marriage, it doesn't matter, but this is the person that you are going to get engaged or married with, or that you have been married with in a past life, of course, if you guys believe in past lives. But I love this card so much, the card of true love. For me, it's even more powerful than the soulmate card, because it literally states this is a romance of a lifetime. And I'm only mentioning past lives because this is Mark Antony with Cleopatra, so very heavily, past life related. I love this energy for you. Let me get some additional tarot cards just to get a few clarifiers for you in the month of May. So let's see, pile number 3, love in the month of May 2021. Love in the month of May. I'm also seeing number 5, so there is change. There is change happening after the calm, after the rest, there is change. And in fact, we see the death card. It's like Saturn has ended what needed to end for you. And it is about the way you were putting yourself up to the world, which was very heavily related with what you were doing as a mistake, we could put it this way, from the past. But because you have transformed and you let go of all of that, new amazing beginnings are happening for you, and it is in matters of love, because I am seeing the Page of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius with the Four of Wands, predicting your future marriage, predicting a proposal, predicting falling in love deeply with a new individual. This new individual, mind you, that you are going to meet could be blonde, or if not, could be someone extremely creative. So could be an artist or someone that has a vivid imagination, and could be ruled by Neptune because of that. But this person is also someone very stable in matters of their values. This is someone that cherishes family. They maybe really care about their sense of family or their own family. They want to settle down and live with you. You are going to literally fall in love by the end of May, or maybe in the next month, because obviously the cards can be precise in time, but sometimes depending on who you are, they can delay. Like the prediction of May can resonate like in June and July, so be open to that as well. But I think generally speaking, pile number 3, you really deserve this new beginning due to all the fight and you against all odds that you had to go through. Like I literally see you with a sword, fighting other people in your workplace, having to have so many challenges and having to deal with all of these challenges by yourself, even providing your own shelter, your own food. And now finally you have not been rescued by a prince, but you'll definitely meet a prince charm. And I love this because I feel that this person is also extremely sensitive, classy. They are well mannered, and you're gonna love this about them, because for you is also important not just necessarily to have someone that understands you, sure, good looking, or that you like, sure, but also is well mannered, that likes the same, class and things that you like to do, and that you feel that you are like generally not just protected, but oh my God, like they cherishes beauty and sensitivity in a way that you do as well. I think that that's part of what makes the other individual complementary to you, or compatible, I will say better. Okay, so let me see a last card for you, pile number 3. The High Priestess, the sensitivity. And it is really divinely guided, and it is because of what you have learned. The High Priestess, sure, it is not necessarily a card that is coupled with anyone else. It is a card of virginity, and it is the card of the moon. But in my opinion, this card also does symbolize, obviously, alignment with spirit. And with that Saturn card and the Gemini, it is because finally right now you have found your own alignment, and right now you have so much faith in the universe that you know that you have learned your lesson, and it's just a matter of time. Okay, so this is what I am seeing for you, pile number 3. I hope the reading resonated with you. Comment down below and let me know your stories, and subscribe to this channel, have that ring bell on so you always get notified about my new pick a card reading. And on my Patreon you also find the zodiac predictions. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here with me today, and keep in mind you're never wrong if you follow love. And I see you guys later in another of my pick a card reading.